So, Wisconsin, I am asking for your vote.
6 days before the election, Vice President Kamala Harris spoke at a Get Out the Vote rally on Wednesday night at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. The event was part of the When We Vote, We Win GOTV concert and rally series. It's good to be back in Madison. It's good to be back, Harris said, sharing that her parents taught at the University of Wisconsin-Madison when she was 5 years old.
Oh, it's good to be back in Madison. It's good to be back. And many of you may know, when I was 5 years old, my parents taught at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And so for a time, my sister Maya and I lived not far from here in a house on Lake Mendota.
Milwaukee's DJ Shawna energized the crowd before Harris took the stage. As Harris entered the venue, she was welcomed by Governor Tony Evers and the University of Wisconsin-Madison women's volleyball team. Team members reacted with excitement as Harris greeted them with individual hugs and told them it was a pleasure to meet them. She praised the Badgers, ranked 7th nationally, saying they have an extraordinary team. One player was overheard telling Harris, "You're so pretty." The event, promoted as her When We Vote, We Win rally and concert, included musical performances by Gracie Abrams, Mumford & Sons, Remy Wolf, Matt Berninger, and Aaron Dessner from The National. The artists were intended to appeal to young voters and encourage their participation in the upcoming election. Madison, we have the opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other, Harris told the crowd of more than 13,000 people. That is who he is, but Madison, that is not who we are.
So, Madison, we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is, but Madison, that is not who we are.
Harris addressed two key issues for Wisconsin voters: abortion rights and the economy. My top priority is to lower your cost of living. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will provide a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. We will also implement the first federal ban on corporate price gouging in the grocery industry.
And at the top of my list is bringing down your cost of living. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million. Will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. We will fight to make sure hardworking Americans can actually afford a place to live. And if any of you out there are caring for an elderly parent, well, my plan will cover the cost of home care under Medicare so that seniors can get the help and care they need to stay in their own homes. It's about dignity. It's about dignity. And my plan will lower the cost of childcare, cut taxes for small businesses. Do we have any small business owners here? I love our small businesses. My plan will lower healthcare costs because, by the way, I believe access to healthcare should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it.
The government should not be controlling her choices about her own body. Not the government, not anyone, she said. And when Congress, with the help of Tammy Baldwin, passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, I will proudly sign it into law as president.
Because ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. Freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And we all remember how we got here. When Donald Trump was president, he hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. They did as he intended, and now in America, 1 in 3 women lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. Many with no exceptions, even for rape and incest, which is immoral. Immoral. And look, Donald Trump's not done. He would ban abortion nationwide. Yes, even here in Wisconsin. And he would restrict access to birth control, put IVF treatments at risk, and force states, listen to this, force states to monitor women's pregnancies. Just Google Project 2025. Read the plans yourself. Or deeply held beliefs to agree, the government shouldn't be telling her what to do with her body. Not the government. Not the government. Not the government. And when Congress, together with Tammy's help, when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law.
Harris spoke for under 30 minutes, ending her speech by saying, "And when we fight, we win."
Are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America?
Dane County is essential for Harris's chances of winning in Wisconsin. It is the fastest-growing county in Wisconsin, and President Joe Biden's close victory in 2020 was partly due to success in Dane and Milwaukee counties. Many attendees were young voters and students from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Every day, I see the promise of America in all the young leaders voting for the first time. And I admire your generation. I just love you guys, and I'll tell you why. Harris said, receiving applause. "You all are rightly impatient for change."
I have lived the promise of America. And today, I see the promise of America in all of you. In all of you. In everyone here. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom. And the men who support them. I see it in the fathers and mothers who work hard every day for their children's future. I see it in Republicans who never voted for a Democrat before, but put the Constitution of the United States over party. And every day I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the first time. Generation. I just love you guys. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. One of the reasons is you all are rightly impatient for change. Rightly.
She commended young people for advocating on issues such as climate change, gun violence, and abortion rights.
You, who have only known the climate crisis, are leading the charge to protect our planet and our future. You, who grew up with active shooter drills, are fighting to keep our schools safe. You who now know fewer rights than your mothers and grandmothers are standing up for freedom. And what I know about you is these issues are not theoretical. This is not political for you. This is your lived experience.
I see you, and I see your power, Harris said. I am so proud of you. Can we hear it for our first-time voters? She added. Nothing will stand in my way of fighting for you.
And I see you, and I see your power. I see your power, and I am so proud of you. Can we hear it for our first-time voters?
Governor Tony Evers urged the audience to support Democrats across the ballot and gave special recognition to Senator Tammy Baldwin, who was in a close race with businessman Eric Hovde.
Tammy is as Wisconsin as it gets. She cares about us, she shows up, and she brings people together to solve problems together. Her opponent can't be much different.
He doesn't even go here, Evers joked, referencing a popular line from the movie Asterisk, Mean Girls Asterisk, and Hovde's California ties.
First of all, Eric Hovde is a California banker. So, as kids say, he doesn't even go here.
To loud applause, Evers declared the end of gerrymandered maps. He also affirmed Democrats' commitment to protecting abortion rights, addressing climate change, and supporting LGBTQ rights.
I want people to keep their quality, affordable health care, including people under the age of 26. And there's a few of you here tonight, and the 2.4 Wisconsinites who have pre-existing conditions. I want to restore Roe and reproductive freedom for women all across America. I want LGBTQ kids and people to be treated with dignity and respect.
Your vote is more important now than ever, he said.
I need you to reach out to those folks in your life, the people who you're not quite sure have made that plan to vote for Kamala and Tammy and Democrats up and down the ticket. Kamala, I apologize. I know her. I know her, and she will forgive me. We have to reach them. We have to make sure every person we know understands what this election means for us personally. We have to share with them our why. Can I count on you over the next 6 days to call and text 10 people in your life? That's all you have to do. And share your why and make sure they get out a plan to vote.